Hey guys, Alan here and welcome to another episode of LIMM. So because work has been piling up a little bit, I decided to make a shorter video this week on my experiences with piano-related injuries, some stories I heard from friends about injuries, and some tips for managing injuries that worked for my friends and me. Also, one of the comments from a previous video mentioned that they would like to see this topic, so here you go. And just to preface, I'm not a medical doctor, and this video isn't intended to diagnose or cure any sort of injuries. These are just my own experiences and stories that I've heard from my friends. Always consult with a medical professional if you experience any sort of pain, discomfort, or injury. I've been really fortunate to avoid major piano-related injuries through most of my life, but I actually suffered a piano-related injury just this week. I was learning the Brahms Paganini Variations Book 1, and in Book 1 there is this one variation with a lot of octave glissandi. So I was practicing for about 30 minutes with my right hand, and before you know it, my thumb was bleeding, and I had a huge blister on my pinky finger. As the Black Knight from Monty Python might say, 'tis but a flesh wound. Flesh wounds are usually nothing to worry about too much, so I washed my hands and decided to practice just with my left hand for the next few days, and everything is almost back to normal. My big injury came around November of 2018, where I must have slept really weird and really badly and messed up my right shoulder. I couldn't lift my arms really above my head, and there was this clicking noise if I tried to rotate my arms and shoulders. I went to see a family friend who's also a doctor over Thanksgiving that year, and she confirmed that there was basically a tendon that was kind of popping in and out and maybe some swelling as well. So I did some stretching exercises and heat therapy, but unfortunately none of those actually helped very much. That summer, on a whim, I decided to take turmeric supplements because they're supposed to have some sort of anti-inflammatory properties. Now, I didn't expect too much to happen, but overnight, after one day of taking it, the pain was a little bit less, and after a week, it was significantly better than it was before. I still take turmeric supplements to this day. I'm still watching my posture to make sure I'm sitting nice and straight, and now my shoulder feels almost as good as new, basically as good as new. Of course, your results may vary with turmeric. Not everyone's going to have the same effects as I did, but just sharing my experiences, turmeric helped with my shoulder problems. Speaking of posture, back when I was doing my master's, I was suffering from mid-back pain that would start tightening up and feeling really awkward when I would sit and play piano for prolonged periods of time. At that time, I had just finished my undergraduate studies and I'd slept 4 years on the college terrible mattresses that provide no support whatsoever, and I had just bought a new mattress that was on the softer side. Softer mattresses generally have less support than firm mattresses for the back, and that certainly didn't help my chronic back pain. Since then, I've switched exclusively to firmer mattresses, and my back pain has all but disappeared. Some of my friends have had chronic pain related to piano-related activities or other activities. They've told me that finding a capable physical therapist for their hands and arms has helped a lot. During a session, the physical therapist might go through different exercises, positions, and stretches to help relieve the pain and tension. In addition, the therapist can give some exercises or routines for at-home exercising to help manage the pain. Over the past several years, I've tried to become more aware of my body and hands as I play, and will actively practice to be psychologically and physically relaxed. Sometimes, as part of my practice, I will slowly play through entire sections over and over, trying to be as relaxed and comfortable as I can be. During these slower, relaxed practices, if I tense up at any instance, I will literally not move on to the next note until I've relaxed and figured out why I tensed up in the first place. Once I can relax in a slower tempo, then I'll try playing it through in the normal tempo while still trying to be as relaxed as possible. One added benefit for this slow practice is that it reinforces a lot of the little details as well as your memory. One last preventative measure for me to avoid injuries is to have very precise, smart, and aware fingerings. As I'm working through the Brahms Paganini, for example, I'm very conscious of all the angles of my wrists across the 3 axes in 3 dimensions, the axial balances of my hands, the lengths of my fingers, and the relative strengths and weaknesses of each finger. I weigh each variable in my head of how to best to conserve energy, be physically efficient and relaxed, and produce a great sound all at the same time. I'll definitely do a video in the future about good piano fingerings, so please subscribe if you want to be the first to watch that. And that's it for this week's short but hopefully somewhat informative video. Hit the like button, subscribe, and until next time, keep it logical. Take care, everyone.